Why do you get back pain? It's not because you have a shortage of aspirin or Tylenol or ibuprofen. That stuff helps you to numb the pain and get out of the jam, but it doesn't do much to correct your underlying issues as to why you have the back pain. My name is Dr. Matt Pennetti. I'm a neurostructural chiropractor here at Prime Chiropractic in Denver, Colorado. I'm going to share with you the two reasons why, or the biggest reasons why, somebody comes into my practice with back pain. And again, it doesn't have to do with the shortage of any of those over-the-counter medications or prescription medications. It typically boils down to lifestyle, what you're either doing or not doing that's wreaking havoc on your spine. So the first thing is something I've actually covered in a previous video. When you look at someone's spine, we like to see a normal curve in the neck where the spine actually bows out in front. The curve is there for a couple reasons. The biggest one that I want to talk about is that it's a shock absorber. It distributes all this head weight, which is about the amount of weight that you would find in a bowling ball, give or take 10 to 12 pounds. That's stacked on top of your spine. That's your head. And if you've got a curve in your neck, that 12 pounds gets distributed evenly across the back of it, which is a good place for it to be. However, when you lose the curve in your neck and it goes straight up and down, your head starts to drift forward, and now you lost that shock absorber in your spine, and so all that weight is now going right down the bones and the discs, which were never designed to carry that kind of weight, and it usually ends up down here at the bottom. Your low back, your hips, that's gonna take the brunt of the pressure and the stress that originated right up top. So having the proper curve in your neck is very important. How do you lose the curve? Well, there's a couple different ways. For example, a car accident could really speed up this process like a whiplash injury. But the biggest thing we see is just slow, monotonous stress over time in the form of technology. So all those cell phones, those devices, the iPads, the computers, looking down at a desk, doing paperwork, etc., that's where we start to lose the curve. And if nothing's done to restore it, or you're not taking time to maintain it, you're gonna lose it. And that's eventually gonna lead to problems down in your low back. Now, the other problem that we see goes hand in hand with technology. It has to do with sitting. Sitting, you've heard, is the new smoking, most likely, and that's true. Sitting is a problem. The reason it's a problem for your low back is you should actually have a nice curve down there as well. It's similar to what you have up in your neck, where the spine actually bows out in front. Now, here's the deal with the low back. When you sit, you're distorting your spine, and I can't even get this pelvis into the right position to sit, but just look at that. Does that look comfortable to anybody? And I bring that up because we do that for hours on end every single day. There's no wonder why we have back pain or such an issue with it. It's the #1 disabler of all Americans. Look no further than what we're doing for a majority of our day. It might not be at a desk. Maybe you have a sit-to-stand desk. It might be at your kitchen table or in your car or in your sofa when you're binge watching Netflix. The problem has to do with sitting. So how do you reduce it? Well, #1, when you're looking at technology, just go back to the first problem, the loss of curve in your neck. When you're looking at a cell phone or a computer or a book, get it at eye level. Make sure that you're not looking down, because as you do, your head protrudes forward and you start to lose the curve in your neck. #2, as far as the sitting, break up the monotony. Don't just sit on the couch, sit on the floor. Get into different positions with your hip and your spine. The more you move around, the better this thing's gonna work for you, the more stable it'll be. The more you sit and you don't move, the more you're wreaking havoc on this thing. So take care of it. I hope you found this valuable. I'll talk with you guys on the next one.